Very good afternoon. I hope you can hear me. The last day of this week and the second session in Bitcoins. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
That's great. I'll do one thing. I'll just share you my simple Word document. A Word document basically where I can write something for you guys. Can you see the blank Word document in front of you? Should be able to say. Okay.
Yes,
uh, if you remember, the last time we had done an introduction basically in the last session, that is the day before yesterday, on Bitcoins. And before we begin, go ahead, there are two important announcements which you will should find on your canvas. It is just incidentally that it struck me. Otherwise, even if I forget, you will have to see it yourself. Please keep visiting that canvas and see all the assignments. One is the first one. I think the about one yesterday. I think I put it with regard to you guys forming into groups and presenting a paper, getting it published in Scopus Index Journal. Very essential for anybody. This is one. The second one is there is a MCQ test for you this Sunday for just 10 minutes. If I'm not mistaken, it is at 10 o'clock. The only thing I would use the word if not mistaken, because there are so many places when concurrently my activities are going on. So but I don't want to goof up the time. So kindly have a look at the canvas. You would know more about it. And today we will continue with what we had done in the session the day before yesterday. That's on Bitcoin. Definitely we will do practical also on this concept of encryption, so that you know how is that this encryption is done, which is the, you can say, the backbone in any of this blockchain concept. Okay, see, the Bitcoin network is nothing but a peer-to-peer payment network which operates on a cryptographic protocol, and users send and receive bitcoins, the unit of currency. Bitcoin is the unit of currency, by broadcasting digitally signed messages to the network using Bitcoin cryptocurrency wallet software. Transactions are recorded into a distributed, replicated public database, which is known as blockchain, with consensus achieved by proof of work system called mining. So all this data set is reflected in this public database, which is called as blockchain, with consensus achieved by what is proof of work, POW, called mining. Satoshi Nakamoto, the inventor or designer of blockchain, claimed that design and coding of Bitcoin began somewhere in 2007, and it was released in 2009 as an open source software. See, the network requires minimal structure to share transactions. What happens? An ad hoc, decentralized network of volunteers is definitely sufficient. And messages are broadcast on the best effort basis. And nodes can leave and rejoin the network at will. And upon reconnection, the node downloads and verifies new blocks from other nodes to complete its local copy of the blockchain. So this is what the node does. A Bitcoin, you can, in simple words, you can define it as a sequence of digitally signed transactions that began with the Bitcoin's creation as a block reward, and the owner of Bitcoin transfers it by digitally signing it over the next owner using a Bitcoin transaction, much like, you can say, endorsing a traditional bank check. And a payee can examine each previous transactions to verify the chain of ownership. And unlike any traditional check endorsements, Bitcoin transactions are irreversible, which eliminates risk of chargeback fraud. See, although it is possible to handle Bitcoins individually, it would be unwieldy to require a separate transaction for every Bitcoin in a transaction. And transactions are therefore allowed to contain multiple inputs and outputs, allowing Bitcoins to be split and combined. And common transactions will have either a single input from a larger previous transaction, or multiple inputs combining smaller amounts, and one or two inputs, one which will be for payment and the other returning the change, if any, back to the sender. and any difference between the total input and output amount of transaction goes to the miner as what is called as a transaction fees. See, in mining, to form a distributed timestamp, the server as a peer-to-peer network, Bitcoin uses what is this proof of work system or this POW system. See, in fact, you must have seen that quite frequently. I keep using the word mining for you to extract Bitcoins. See, mining, if you want to do effective mining, you need a wonderful hardware setup for you to do extensive mining, which generally as on today is GPU intensive. Unless you got hardware GPU and wonderful circuit and wonderful hardware to support it, mining becomes very, very difficult. Okay, requiring a proof of work to accept a new block to the blockchain was Satoshi Nakamoto's key innovation. I would at this point suggest to you, maybe as your mini project or whatever project, for you to give back to your university where you're studying. You can develop the hardware which is, or make up or design the hardware which will help your future students who join this university to mine Bitcoins. And definitely that hardware you can keep it with yourself also. So maybe you start mining, it would in no time make you rich, very rich. And requiring a proof of work to accept a new block to the blockchain was what was Satoshi Nakamoto's key innovation. And the mining process involves identifying a block that, when hashed twice with this SHA-256, yields a number smaller than the given difficulty target. And while the average work required increases the inverse proportion of the target difficulty, a hash can always be verified by executing a single round of double SHA-256. And for a Bitcoin timestamp network, a valid proof of work is found by incrementing a nonce until a value is found that gives the block's hash the required number of leading 0 bits. Please understand, once the hashing has produced a valid result, the block cannot be changed without redoing the work. Majority consensus in Bitcoin is represented by the longest chain, which required the greatest number of efforts to produce. And if a majority of computing power is controlled by, say, honest nodes, the honest chain will grow fastest and outpace any competing chains. And to modify a past block, an attacker would have to redo the proof of work of the block and the blocks after it, and then surpass the work of the honest nodes. The probability of a slower attacker catching up diminishes exponentially as subsequent blocks are added. And friends, to compensate for increasing hardware speed and varying interest in basically running these nodes over time, the difficulty of finding a valid hash is adjusted roughly every, you can say, 2 weeks. And if blocks are generated too quickly, the difficulty increases and more hashes are required to make a block and to generate new Bitcoins. So till here, have you understood what this concept of Bitcoin and how do you basically do this mining? A brief idea of mining. Not, I won't say a detailed idea, very, very brief idea of mining. If you tell me we go, I'll give you a really challenging task right away. Tell me. Your silence does not speak anything, friends. Boliye, what is that? Are you clear with these concepts? What do I infer it as? Zeel Wagela, Tane Pandey, Anjali Pandey, Jeet Solanki, tell me, are you comfortable with what I told? Either it is yes.
Sir, yes.
Okay. Now what I'll do, see, I'll give you a small little task. And this task, I'll expect you to do it before we pack up today. Today being very, very special because it is weekend. And wonderful because tomorrow there is no session. You need not hear me yelling at you tomorrow. One day a break for you. So you will have to solve it and tell me the answer before we pack up. All those of you who tell me the answer, I'll mark you. It will be a graded, you can say, on the spot assignment. Please solve it. Tell me the correct answer. I give you 10 marks. Don't tell me the other way. It ends up with 0. In generally, when you learn anything on cryptography, please listen very, very carefully. There are two entities, one by the name of Alice, the other by the name of Bob. These are two very, very famous entities. Anything, anywhere in the world you learn on cryptography. What Alice and Bob does, they agree on two numbers, a large prime number. And let's say the two prime numbers they agree are P and G. These are the two prime numbers which our friend Alice and Bob agrees upon. So after they agree upon this P and G, which are large prime number, now Bob, what he does, Bob picks up a secret number, some number, and what he does, he substitutes the secret number in an equation, and this equation is x capital X is G cap X modulus P, and this percentage sign or modulus indicates the remainder. So you get some kind of a reminder. Now what Alice does, Alice also picks up a secret number which he calls it as small y, and he does the same operation. What he does, Alice also says, what he does, he says y equal to G cap y modulus P. He gets some value for y. Bob then what he does, he sends this number x, capital X, to Alice, and Alice sends the same number y back to Bob. Both of them decrypt the thing. They get some number. Which is this number? It 100%, 500% it will be the same number. Which is this number? You will have to tell me which is this number and what is the secret key you have taken. As a hint, I can tell you the secret number which Bob picks up, so that we have uniformity of score of the result. The secret number which Bob picks up, which is small x, let's take it as number 4. And the secret number which Alice picks up, that is the small y, let's take it as number 8. Please compute. Your answer would be the same. What Bob does and what Alice does. Tell me the number by the end of the session. Have you got the question? Generally, nobody in this country gets the question in the first go. Tell me. Let's not waste time. Go back to our syllabus. This has got something wonderful to do with this encryption algorithm. It just stuck me because 2-3 minutes before your session, I landed up. So it just stuck me. Why don't I give you a small little task? This is the practical way of encryption. Have you got the question? Now at least you can say yes or no. Or do you want me to repeat it once again?
Sir, please repeat it.
Okay. First you tell me how many times should I repeat it? Just once will it do?
Yes, sir, just once.
Okay, that's fine. I said, see, in encryption, we will follow what the world does. There are two wonderful entities. One person by the name of Alice, one person by the name of Bob. Now, these two guys, Alice and Bob, they agree on two numbers. And what are these numbers? P and G. Some numbers they agree. Okay, this P is the number and G is the base. So he says the P is the large, it's a very large prime number, and the base of that number is this small g. Now what Bob does, he picks up a secret number, and I've told you that secret number, it is 4. And he does this operation, capital X equal to G cap X modulus P. He gets some number, value of X. In the similar way, Alice picks up a secret number. And I've told you the number which Alice has picked up, that is small y, is 8. And Alice does the same operation, that is capital Y equal to G cap Y modulus P. Alice gets some number. Now what they do, Bob sends this capital X to Alice. And Alice sends this capital Y to Bob. That is, they exchange the numbers. Now Bob has to decrypt the message. Alice has to decrypt the message. The numbers are exactly the same. Which are these numbers? Please tell me which are. It involves no knowledge. It is pure mathematics. Friends, please understand, encryption, decryption is pure mathematics. There is no computer science, nothing. There is no knowledge, no technical knowledge, whatever. Forget for some time that you are doing engineering and computer science. I myself also don't consider I am a computer science professional. I am one amongst you, a simple person. Please tell me what are these numbers by the end of the session. You have to pop up and tell me what are these numbers, else out of 10 we mark you 0. Kindly put in efforts. If you want, what I'll do, the time now is around, I think, 112 or 113, around 140, 145. I'll ask you the solution. If you have got it, please tell me. Otherwise, I'll solve it for you. You will understand how is encryption done, how is decryption done. Friends, please understand, I am involved with many colleges in India and overseas where we conduct sessions. I'm also involved with students in United States and Australia. I know what is the level of engineering, at least in India. More than 90% engineers in India are useless. I'll again use the word useless. They don't know what is what. Theoretically, they are wonderful. Theory, nobody wants. Minute it comes to practical, you miserably fail. So, but I don't want you guys to be that way. I want you to be wonderful engineers. That's why yesterday when we had this orientation, what did I tell you? 3-4 of you, I would give you an offer to join me for the project which I'm doing for Canada. So you can do live with the live data on encryption and on this concept of blockchain. So you get your hands dirty on the concept of blockchain. Let's now go back to what we were doing. Now, what you need to do, you need to understand what is this Bitcoin mining. See, Bitcoin mining is something which refers to the process of digitally adding transaction records to the blockchain, which is a publicly distributed ledger holding the history of every Bitcoin transaction. Mining is a record keeping process executed through immense computing power, and each Bitcoin miner around the world contributes to a decentralized peer-to-peer network to ensure the payment network is trustworthy and secure. I'll once again request you, friend, as and when you feel you're not understanding, stop me and ask me, because this is not class 1 or class 2 where I'll say, I have told you this, have you understood? No, stop me whenever you want. Whenever, wherever you want, tell me to repeat it. We said this Bitcoin mining refers to the process of digitally adding transaction records to the blockchain, which is a publicly distributed ledger holding the history of every Bitcoin transaction. Mining is a record keeping process executed through immense computing power, and each Bitcoin miner around the world contributes to a decentralized peer-to-peer network to ensure the payment network is trustworthy and secure. And what happens to securely add to the blockchain ledger? Bitcoin mining computers solve complex mathematical problems. One such simple complex mathematical problem is the one which I gave you now. Now, when a solution is found, the latest block of confirmed transaction is added as the next link in the blockchain. And as an incentive to mine and contribute to network, the miners who solve the problem is rewarded a block of the blockchain. Please remember this. See, there are 3 ways to acquire blockchain. First, you can purchase them directly through an exchange, that is the Bitcoin exchange. Second, you can receive them in exchange of goods and services, which as on today is done by all these guys who say hack your system or block your email and ask you in return bitcoins. Or you can even mine for new bitcoins. So the 3 possible ways to acquire bitcoins are: you can purchase them on an exchange, you can receive them in an exchange for goods and services, and definitely you can also mine new bitcoins. Please understand, the process of discovering new bitcoins is referred or described as mining because it resembles the process of this physical mining where you dig the earth to extract gold. With bitcoins, miners attempt to find Bitcoin through solving complex mathematical problems. Bitcoin is the technology that the cryptocurrency is built on. and it is a ledger that is publicly distributed and records every Bitcoin transaction. And it's literally a digital chain of blocks, which each block that contains a group of Bitcoin transaction information, and the miners add to the blockchain by using computer processing power to solve complex mathematical problems. Solving the problem will result in the block being successfully added to the chain, and the miners who correctly solve the problem is rewarded a Bitcoin, whatever, one or a couple of Bitcoins. This forms the basis of the complex process of Bitcoin mining, and it helps the payment network to be secure and trustworthy. And this network, what we describe, is built on the peer-to-peer network, meaning that every single miner across the globe is contributing their computing power to maintain the network, can confirm its transactions, and keep them secure. That is, when you see, there is a very famous concept with regard to this mining, which is called as uh, 10 minutes per block. This is a very famous concept with regard to mining. 10 minutes per block. In this, see, our inventor of blockchain, Satoshi Nakamoto, who was a creator of this Bitcoin, designed the Bitcoin network to allow for a block to be mined every 10 minutes. That is, every 10 minutes you can mine a block. And to maintain this 10-minute space, the difficulty or the mathematical problem adjusts automatically. That's it. That is, it keeps getting tougher and tougher. When there are more miners and more computing power attempting to mine, the level of difficulty will correspondingly increase. Now, when there are a few miners and less computing power, the less level of difficulty will reduce or decrease. This is what is in mining. And see, there is another one good the concept with regard to this blockchain or this reward, which is called block reward. And this block reward is how much Bitcoin is rewarded for each block that is solved and added to the blockchain. The block reward is designed to halve for every 2016 blocks mined. This number is very, very sacrosanct. Please remember this. That is, this block reward is designed to halve for every 2016 blocks mined. It is called the halving process, and it happens every 4 years. That is, once in 4 years, this happens. That is, the blockchain reward is halved. And you can say the most recent happening was in when it was halved was in May 2020, and this started off somewhere in 2012, then 2016, then 2020. That is, in 2020, for every block a miner solves, they receive around 6.25 bitcoins. How much is one bitcoin? Around 22 lakhs. Am I correct? So for mining every block, a person gets 22 lakhs into 6.25. What is the amount? 100 plus lakhs. Huge money. Huge money. Just once you need to do mining in this entire life of yours. That's enough. And then you're a multimillionaire. Now the big question is, why should you mine Bitcoin? See, Bitcoin offers a disrupting technology in blockchain, and the currency itself is decentralized, allowing transactions to happen globally without government restrictions and delays. Miners of Bitcoin see value in the decentralization of cryptocurrency. And with the latest mining technology, Bitcoin mining can be broken down to determine the stream of income based on the output of mining. That is the rigs. For mining, what is used anywhere is mining rigs. This mining rigs here for Bitcoin, mining rigs refer to computer. There are some important factors to Bitcoin mining profitability. And these important factors which contribute to Bitcoin mining profitability, the first one of this is what is called as computing hardware. The miners need to own the latest hardware to compete with the increasing requirement for successful mining. And equipments can become obsolete in matter of few years they need mining specific hardware. As an example, see, there is a company by the name of ASIC in US which sells this mining hardware. As on today, it costs around 1,500 US dollars to for one single computer. If you want to mine one single or the simplest of this mining rig costs you 1,500 US dollars. This is the first what is it important factor in mining for mining profitability, which is the computing hardware. The second factor is power costs. See, power can be the main operating expense. See, electricity is charged, we know, by kWh, kilowatt hour. And profitability for this, it can be around, you can say, around 0.08 US dollars per kilowatt hour. A shift in a few cents will make all the difference for mining profitability. And it is really imperative that a miner can use power at the lowest possible cost. Then the next factor what needs you need to consider is the Bitcoin price. See, the price of Bitcoin is really important in mining because miners receive a certain amount of Bitcoin when they correctly solve any maths problem. So if the current you go by this Bitcoin price, the right mixture of the elements above the base price makes mining an attractive venture. Today you might say it is around 22 lakhs Bitcoin. It is definitely a lucrative career to mine for Bitcoin. And even because even if you're able to mine one Bitcoin a month, that is more than enough. But it is expected that this value of Bitcoin would definitely keep going up and up for next at least few more years. After that, it's a time to speak for itself. There are some requirements to begin mining Bitcoins. To start any mining of Bitcoin, you need to have few little requirements. The first requirement is competitive mining computers, or what are called as rigs, mining rigs. Then you need to have low cost power supply. Then what else? Then you need to have the mining software. Then you need to have the mining pool membership. These are the four things what you need when you start mining for Bitcoin. So please tell me, till here, have you got any kind of a doubt? If you got any kind of a doubt, I can help you out. Otherwise, we go to the next concept, what you need to learn as per your syllabus. Is it fine till here?
Sir, what is this mining pool membership?
See, mining pool, it's like this. Now, presume you float a cricket team. You want to participate in this IPL. Can you float a cricket team, say from Rajkot, one cricket team, and can you participate in IPL? Tell me, is it possible?
No, sir.
It's not possible. Why? Why? You tell me why. Say tomorrow
So
10, 15 friends of yours form a team and you say, I'll participate in IPL. I don't want any funding. I don't want any finance. Nothing I need. I have my own players. I have my own setup. Can you participate in IPL?
no, sir.
Why? Tell me why.
Sir, because there are some regulatory bodies like BCCI, I have to take permissions and
Not
all
take
this.
permission. You have to seek the membership of BCCI. When you take the membership of BCCI, that means you're abiding by all the rules of BCCI. Similar way, you have to take the mining pool membership. You have to take the membership of the mining pool before you start mining. But even without the mining pool membership, you can do mining. So what happens at this point? You will not see it. Then what happens? It's like this. Say in your place in Rajkot, you definitely would be having this auto rickshaws and taxi, and definitely there would be some central pool where all these auto rickshaws, they have some union or something. Even if say tomorrow one of you decides to purchase an auto rickshaw and start plying on the roads of Rajkot, you can do it. You need not take the membership of that. But what will happen? You lose out on a lot of privileges, but which otherwise you would have got if you're a member of that. Definitely your queries are addressed, any problem created by the police is addressed by these guys, and definitely all lot of other things, maybe the passengers also you get quickly. That is the thing. It's something like Ola and Uber these days. In a metropolitan city, why is it that almost all the taxi drivers and almost all the auto drivers, they seek membership of Ola or Uber? Why? It is for because they easily get the customers, otherwise you will have to run around. Similar is this with this mining pool membership. Is it fine till here?
Yes,
Boliye.
sir. But who is the chairperson of that
There
membership?
is
Is
no
there anything like
chairperson. No, yeah, that is fine. See, you do one thing, just Google it and see. We will do one thing as we get time. Say, if at all for this, since I feel this thing is, this is for 7 sessions. If you got time, we will cover on how do you physically open an account, how do you physically start mining. If we get time, either this module or next module or whenever, if there are some time for us to breathe in between, we will definitely do it. Or if not, definitely before your this complete course gets over, we would have 1 or 2 sessions where I'll practically show it to you. How is it that you open an account? How there it's a very lengthy process. I will make you guys only to open an account, don't worry. I'll show it to you guys also. How do you open an account? It is a very laborious process. We will do it, don't worry. Okay.
okay, sir? Thank you, sir.
See, now since you have got these bitcoins, now say presume you got some money with you. Say you withdraw some money. Would you get it from bank just holding it in your hand? No. You will keep it in some purse or some wallet or something. So what is required over here when you got bitcoins? You need Bitcoin wallets. Since see, there are some the Bitcoin wallets are things somewhere you store your Bitcoin, and definitely there are lockers. See, to accommodate those looking to safely invest in Bitcoin, what we will, I'll tell you a list of best Bitcoin wallets and storage devices. And some of these wallets have more features than others, including the ability to store more cryptocurrency than just Bitcoin, as well as some additional added security measures. And you can say that this list goes in no particular order other than having hot wallets come first, but that does not mean hot wallets are better. And there are two concepts which you need to remember, at least as of now. There are two wallets. One is a hot wallet, the other one is what is a cold wallet. We will see subsequently what do these things mean, what is a hot wallet, what is a cold wallet. But for now, you can think of hot wallets as a, you can say, a less secure way to make transactions quickly, and cold wallets as a more secured way to store for longer terms. But there are few good Bitcoin wallets as on today, and it is in not in that increasing or decreasing order. I would tell you it is generally across how the ecosystem recommends. The first one is Exodus. It is the best hot wallet for beginners. If you're beginning with blockchain, this is the best hot wallet. Then the next is Electrum. It is the best hot wallet for advanced users. Then we have got Mycelium, which is the best hot wallet for mobile users. Then we have got Ledger Nano X, which is the best wallet. That is, it is a cold wallet. Ledger Nano X is a wonderful or the best hardware wallet, which is the cold wallet. Then we have got Trezor Model T, Trezor Model T, which is the best hardware wallet for a large number of cryptocurrencies. This is also a cold wallet. Then we have got Ledger Nano S, which is the best bank for your hardware wallet. It is a wonderful hardware cold wallet. Okay, this first one, this Exodus, which I said, is a hot wallet. And you know how much does it cost? It is free. And Exodus is a desktop and mobile wallet with a very simple user interface and can exchange built-ins. One of the Exodus most possible or most popular feature is the ability to swap between a growing number of cryptocurrencies. Exodus currently allows for swap between 100 different cryptocurrencies. With its simplicity, this wallet is great for beginners just getting into a crypto space. It also has great support, which is an essential feature for beginners getting into what many would consider a really confusing wallet. There are some advantages and disadvantages of this Exodus. The first one, I don't have an annotation tool, I'll just underline it. Exodus. The advantages are huge. It can handle huge variety of cryptocurrencies. It has got a built-in exchange and it has got good customer support. And the drawback of this Exodus is that it is a closed source software. The next wallet of ours is Electrum. Electrum is best for more advanced users interested in just Bitcoin. It is also once again free. And it is one of the original Bitcoin wallets, and it was around 2011 or 12, 2 years after this Bitcoin creation, and has changed little since then. While this wallet is a bare bone in terms of its user interface and its commitment to only Bitcoins, it excels at this primary function. And this Electrum is more suited for advanced users due to its complex option. Advantages of Electrum is it has got customizable transaction fees. It has got greater level of security than most hot wallets, and it has got the ability to customize the seed phrase. And the drawbacks are it works only for Bitcoins and no customer support. Now we come to the third of our wallet, which is Mycelium. Mycelium is wonderful for mobile users. Once again, friends, Mycelium is free. It is a hot wallet. It is free. It is an open source and mobile only Bitcoin wallet. Mycelium currently supports Bitcoins. And in some ways, Mycelium is quite similar to this Electrum previously, which we saw, with some of the difference being that it is mobile only. It has a more refreshed user interface than Electrum, while also has the built-in exchange. Now, the some few advantages of and disadvantages of Mycelium is advantages are that it has got customizable transaction fee, and it has got an it is an open source software. And disadvantages, it is only you can do transactions using mobile. That's why it's a mobile only wallet and works only for Bitcoins. And big disadvantages, it is confusing if you are a first time user. Then we have got Ledger Nano X. The purchase cost of this is 119 or 120 US dollars. It is a cold wallet. This is a second generation hardware wallet from Ledger. And Ledger is a French company. Somewhere in 2013-14 it was launched. And Ledger's first cryptocurrency product, the Ledger Nano S, was one of the first hardware wallets on the market and dominated the space for a number of years. There are some advantages and disadvantages of this also. Ledger Live has an intuitive and convenient user interface, and its convenience it's wonderfully convenient when you do Bluetooth connectivity, and it is an open source software with added benefit of customer and community support. And the disadvantages, Bluetooth here is really not that user friendly, and it has got a limited wallet storage. Now, when you got large number of cryptocurrency, ideal for you is Trezor Model T. It is priced as on today at around 170 US dollars. Trezor, like this previous one, Ledger Nano X, it is synonymous with crypto cold wallet storage. It's the Model T of this Trezor is the second generation of hardware wallet they have created. The Trezor Model T is very much like this ledger, but it gives the user the ability to access third-party exchanges. Some third-party exchanges are like Shangeli and Shapeshift. This Model T utilizes what is called as a touch screen, which can be easier to use for beginners than the buttons which was as what was done in the earlier versions. Once again, few advantages and disadvantages. Advantages being its web-based user interface. It's got unlimited wallet storage. It supports massive list of supported cryptocurrencies. And disadvantages, it has got higher price point than others, and it is really confusing for the first time users. And now if you want value for your money, the best, it is not it is Ledger. I'm sorry, I missed out on one word. It is Ledger Nano S. This is if you want a good value for your money. The cost of this is less. It is around 60 US dollars. This Ledger Nano S is the first generation hardware wallet introduced by Ledger, one of the first hardware wallets ever made. It followed shortly after the first generation of the Trezor, the previous one. This, like its successor, this Nano S, which we are speaking of now, is compatible with thousands of cryptocurrency. But problem is this Nano S does not come with a USB Type C cable. So users with more modern smartphones may have trouble connecting to their devices. Some advantages and disadvantages. Advantages are it has access to this live ledgers. It has secured storage for a very low price. Disadvantages, maximum storages, it can store up to 18 wallets, and it has got no Bluetooth interface. So friends, a Bitcoin wallet finally is a place where you store your digital Bitcoins and validates your transaction when you are using your Bitcoin. A wallet keeps secret information. Basically, see, why do we use a wallet in conventional term? To keep your money safe. A wallet keeps secret information called a private key or a seed, which is used to validate transactions and sign them so that your Bitcoins can be used to make purchases or exchange for another asset. And this prevents someone else from using your Bitcoin or the transaction being altered by any third party. Have you got any doubts till here? This is only this is the only thing that I can ask you. If you got any doubts till here, if you got doubts, and wonderful, I can help you resolve it. Otherwise, we have got something more in store for you. Tell me if you've got doubts or no doubts, or absolutely lot of doubts. First thing, what we start off, since you prefer to remain silent, please interact, friends, please. See, you are at this juncture today where you are learning on some new technology which will help you in the years to come. You will definitely, if not everybody, few would likely like to jump into this Bitcoin blockchain technology, because this is the leading technology as on today, not only in India, anywhere in the world. And since India is growing up with this, definitely you can be those initial lot, not the initial lot, at least the first few lot to do something great. So can we have your attendance? 521013, 59590, 619169, 7590014, absent, 328661, 989832, 466905.
Yes, sir.
Great. 9443952, 496596, 733011, 15001, 15002,
Present, sir.
15003, 15004,
Present, sir.
15005, 15006,
Present, sir.
151001,
Present, sir.
151002,
Yes, sir.
151006,
Yes, sir.
151007,
Present, sir.
151008,
Present, sir.
151010, 151012, 151013,
Yes, sir.
151014, 151015, 15115%. Okay, 151016, 151018,
Present, sir.
151019, 151022, 151024.
Yes, sir.
Your
2 4 present, sir.
2422 also present? No idea. 151027,
Yes, sir.
151028,
Present, sir.
151029,
Present, sir.
151030, 151031,
Yes, sir.
151035,
Present, sir.
151037,
Present, sir.
151039,
Present, sir.
151041,
Present, sir.
151044,
Yes, sir.
151045,
45 present, sir.
151048,
48 present, sir.
151001 LA,
Present, sir.
151002, one Aniket Charanya,
Yes, sir.
Harsh Damecha,
Yes, sir.
Anand Godani,
Yes, sir.
Kavan Prajapati,
Yes, sir.
Rushi Kanjaria, Kishan, Mohil Balani, Parth Pokar,
Yes, sir.
Rikin,
Yes,
Rituraj,
sir.
Rituraj Singh
Sir.
Rathod.
Sir, again.
Rikin, you're present. Okay.
Yes.
Rituraj Singh Rathod, Sitanshu, Tilak Ved, Parasbhai Viradia,
Yes, sir.
Abhishek Trivedi. Oh, sorry. Abhishek Trivedi,
Present, sir.
Chintan Lakani, and last 151036.
Yes, sir.
Okay, wonderful. You have done. Now, what we will do, we will.
151019
Sorry,
151019 present.
151019. Where were you sleeping? 151019. Where is it? 151019. Yeah, okay, you're present. Okay. Fine, marked you present. Now, please do one thing. Since have you been able to solve that assignment what I gave you? And if you have been able to solve it, please tell me which is the number which Alice and Bob exchanges. Anybody, make an attempt. You are able to do it, great. 10 points, full 10 points. If you are able to do it, great, 10 points. Otherwise, it is going to swing the other way. 7. Instant test, I say. So this, if you're able to do it, great. I can assign you your grades, what you want. Otherwise, it becomes a clean sweep over.
Sir, 18 is the number.
18. Anybody else? I'll tell you, I'll don't worry. Keep your thing, whatever you have told at bay, and I will revert back to you. Somebody else tell me. Any other number? Anybody? कोशिश तो करो भाई. That it's only then you'll come to know. Anybody else? Okay, who told me it is 18? What's your number?
Sir, 9180015002.
Oh, dhire. 0002. This one. 9180015002. Can you tell me how did you get 18?
Sir, if I'm taking the prime number 23
Okay.
And that you said, sir, that base, so I took that 9. And as you told that x is 4 and y is 8. And if, sir, then you told that formula, sir. And so 9 raised to 4 modulo of 23 will be 6, and 9 raised to 8 modulo of 23 will be 13. And sir, then you said that Alice and Bob will exchange that. So now Alice has 13 and Bob has 6. So, sir, for that 13 raised to 4 mode of 23 will be 18, and 6 raised to 8 mode of 23 will be 18.
Okay, whatever calculation you are told, your answer is wrong. Just because you are the only person who put in efforts, I give you 13, slightly
Sir.
more than 50% marks.
Sir.
Now I'll solve the right thing for you. If you guys are interested, anybody interested in seeing the right answer? Boliye.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, see, we said our dear friends of Bob and Alice, they agree on 2 prime numbers, and P, which is the first prime number. P, what these guys take, P as, let me say, 29, and with the base G, which they take as number 5. Now, this is step number 1. Now, Bob picks up a secret number. I said the secret number is 4, and does this. What does he do? He says x equal to G cap x modulo P. So what happens in this? It is, when you solve this, x becomes nothing but, what does x become for this number? It is 5 cap 4. That is 5 raised to the power 4 modulo 29. So this is 5 raised to the power 4 is 625 modulo 29. What is the answer? It is 16. Now our next friend Alice picks up a number which I gave you, which is 8, and he also does the same thing. Why small y is 8. He also does the same thing. That is y equal to G cap the small y modulo P, where when you solve this, this becomes 625 modulo 29, which is nothing but 24. I am able to write this 24 because, like I told you 3-4 minutes before your session, when I landed up here, I solved this, it becomes 24. Now what they do, Bob sends X, this capital X, to Alice, and Alice sends this capital Y to Bob. So what does Bob do? Bob says K equal to Y cap the small x modulo P, the reverse of this. So this becomes nothing but 24 cap 4 modulo 29, which is nothing but, it becomes a big number, 331776 modulo 29, which is nothing but 16. The number exchanged is number 16. So Alice also does the same thing. What does Alice do? Alice says my K over here is capital X cap small y capital X modulo small y modulo P. For Alice, it is this capital X is nothing but 16 cap 8 modulo 29, which is nothing but 42967 modulo 29, which once again becomes 16. So both of them exchange this magical number of 16. See, finally, all these things, what you're learning theory, I would say it is of just no use till the time you are not able to put it into practice. What is the use of learning all these big stories and big things? Believe me, see, I have done my master's and doctorate from BITS Pillani. I find it very painful reading all those heavy concepts. 100% it is practical. If you are willing to do, it's wonderful. It is demanding mathematics. It is really demanding. But that is why whoever, what's your name? 5002?
Sir, Anjali.
Anjali, wonderful. So you are the only living entity who get 13, slightly over the pass marks out of 25. Just a gratis for you. So as on today, you total up to 91.61. Provided you do your assignment 4 and assignment 5 bang on time, try touching 100%. It was a good opportunity given to you. definitely there will be many more such things which I would give you in our subsequent sessions, not for the purpose to see what you've done. The only reason we gave Anjali 13, not being biased towards Anjali, it is just that she had put in some efforts and she was somewhere close. Although her mathematics didn't sound reasonable to me, it's fine. Some efforts, so we give her 13. So please do one thing today. If you consider today's assignment or the small thing which I told you was difficult, I would say this was the most simplest of the thing. In subsequent days we will have more difficult thing, more demanding things from you. Definitely a very good demanding thing for you is on the concept of publishing a paper in a Scopus Index journal. Friends, my sincere advice to you, don't strain yourself. Write some paper and some rubbish thing. After you after you decide on a topic in a group of 3, form yourself in group of 3. After you decide on the topic, please revert back to me with what topic you want to write. It has to be in blockchains, not in some cooking or some sports or sleeping or something. No, I don't want that. So once you decide on what topic you're doing, please share the topic with me so that we are able to vet it for you. It is in date as on today in today's world. And Scopus Index means your paper has to be the best. There is no question of anything be less than that. And I have given you time till I think 27th of February. So please, before that, send it at least for publication. It takes 3-4 months for them to accept it or throw it back at you. But at least before 27th, make sure that your paper is written. You're able to send it for publication in some Scopus Index journal. If you want to know which Scopus Index, there are many Scopus Index journals in the world as on today. I can share it with you, not a problem. But you have to put in efforts so that you it appears good, that is the world knows that you're doing something good. Okay, is it fine? Not fine. So let's do one thing. Come back to a Bitcoin wallet for next couple of minutes before we pack up this week and today's session. We said, see, we define what is a Bitcoin wallet. So please understand, only when people refer to a Bitcoin wallet, they are actually referring to crypto exchange that offers a wallet as part of their account feature. And what happens in this sense, the wallet is just a place where all your cryptocurrencies are kept. Now you might be interested in knowing, how does a Bitcoin wallet work? See, a blockchain is a shared public ledger where all Bitcoin transactions are conducted from Bitcoin wallets. Now, when a transaction occurs, there is a transfer of value between more than one Bitcoin wallet. And typically, a single party is exchanging some value of Bitcoin for another asset or service with another Bitcoin wallet. So when this occurs, every individual Bitcoin wallet will use its secret data to sign and validate transactions, providing mathematical proof that the buyer or seller is the owner of their Bitcoin wallet. And your wallet can safely keep as much Bitcoins as you'd like without any limit. I'll once again try to rattle out this thing, what I know about this Bitcoin wallet in more or less the same words, maybe a little bit up and down. See, we said this Bitcoin wallet is this blockchain is a shared public ledger where all Bitcoin transactions are conducted. And how is this conducted? It is conducted from the Bitcoin wallet. Now, when a transaction occurs, there is a transfer of value between more than one Bitcoin wallet. And typically a single party is exchanging some value of Bitcoin for another asset or service with another Bitcoin wallet. Now, when this occurs, every single Bitcoin wallet will use its secret data to sign and validate transactions, thereby providing mathematical proof that the buyer or seller is the owner of their Bitcoin wallet. And please understand, your Bitcoin wallet can safely keep as much Bitcoin as you'd like without any particular limit. And now coming to the most important question as to how much does a Bitcoin wallet cost. You must have seen it. It is anything from free wallet to something close to $200 US. And all transactions are in US dollars. Okay, now there are even some guidelines you need to keep in your mind. How do you choose the best Bitcoin wallet? See, you have seen a few of this Bitcoin wallet where we are told these are the top Bitcoin wallets as on today in the world. And you have to first decide whether you need a hot wallet or a cold wallet, which is based on factors such as security, cost, and customer reviews. And security is obviously a big consideration. So it's very important to use a wallet that is well used and has plenty of security protocols in place. It's also important to choose a wallet that works well with some of the larger exchanges so that you can quickly complete transactions in the open marketplace. Till here, if you're fine, it's great. Otherwise, please tell me before we pack up for this weekend. Anybody, anything you want to ask me of you, 31 of you, 30 of you? Unless you want to ask me something, I just can tell you have a wonderful weekend. We will definitely catch up back on Monday. Anybody, anything? But please,
sir.
yeah, tell me.
Sir, can you please explain the assignment 3?
Assignment 3. Friend, you're too late. Which you have to submit today, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
Friend, you're not late, you're too late. One of your student, I don't know who is that, he had mailed it to me. I won't tell you it's right or wrong till the time the time is we are past that time. But a small hint I can give you: what you are asking now, you're too late, too late to do it. And a small another hint: the student who had mailed it to me, whoever it is, XYZ, he is to a large extent correct what he did, what I had expected the answer to be. He has understood it, how to do it. Leave alone doing it. I didn't see his answer, but I just glanced through it. He's to a large extent correct. Who it is, that is up to for you to understand. Pull out from your wonderful group of 29 of you on who is this person. One of you guys had mailed it to me. He's to a very, very large extent correct what he had done. Although I have not seen the authenticity of the code, but fine. He's comfortable with that. And don't know, it's too late for you. See what I told you first. The question needs to be solved first, not as an English professional, as a computing professional. Write the Python code to solve it. Definitely at the end of it, you need to create a blockchain and tell me how is it that link it up with blockchain. As a blockchain specialist, how is it that you're going to solve it? Let me once get back to your assignment. That's what I said. It's too late a time for you to ask me this course assignment. You're talking about assignment 3?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, these are 2 questions, brother. This is not that one which I'm saying then. Okay, assignment 3.
Looking into the wrong course. You're looking into BDI, I suppose.
Oh, sorry. There are so many courses going on here, right? Really don't know which is where. Okay. Assignments. I'm sorry. Assignment 3. Today, 6 o'clock. Yeah. Download, I said, the car evaluation dataset from this UCI machine learning repository and pinpoint the rare categories and categorical variable, which is purely Python. Nothing else other than Python you can use. I don't
Sir,
say
this
you
much
can't
we
use.
understood.
Okay.
But
and to the whatever you find out the rare category, and why do you say it is rare? How can you reduce immutability using blockchain? You have to link it up with blockchain and say, how is that you're going to reduce immutability? That's all. Very simple. And if you're not able to, yeah, tell me.
Sir, we just have to suggest, or we have to write the code?
Suggest is, once again, you're becoming an administrator. I don't want that. Yeah, it is boring reading all this story. You have to write the code. Have mercy on me, friend. I don't want you to suggest and write a lot of English. I'm not even going to read it. Don't worry. I'll not take trouble reading it. It's only if you send me the code with the output of yours, a screenshot of the output, I'll just check that. That's it. Friend, you are one person. I have got over 4,500 people currently associated with me. I don't know who is where. Once this session is over, I forget that I had taken your session. That is what I want in this small little question, just 3 lines. ठीक है, चलो, Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, boliye.
Sir, this assignment is not accepting any of the file formats.
Don't worry, you email it to me. Don't worry. Write your complete, what is it, your registration number. That's more than enough.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.